It takes 24 hours to traffic a kid. From the time they meet them online, 24 hours.
It can happen to anyone. Meeting up with someone from social media, and then they might disappear.
Post, like, comment, share. Social media is a big part of people's lives, especially America's youth.
Well, social media isn't evil itself, but it can be used for evil.
Social media has opened up access.
Social media is designed to connect people, but it also makes it easier for predators to connect with their next victim.
Before, you'd have to go sit in front of schools and places where kids would play so that you could find kids that were out there that you could watch and maybe see if they were susceptible. Now you can just hop online and you've been friends with somebody. You see they're out there and someone just takes it upon themselves to see if they can prey on them.
Anyone you don't know in the real world is a stranger.
We wouldn't let strangers into our house. Why are we letting them into these kids' phones?
Many cases of sex trafficking start online and seem harmless at first.
People that want to hear that they're special and beautiful or handsome and smart, all the things that we want to hear, well, why wouldn't they say that to you? They're going to tell you that. Do they believe it? Probably not.
It's called grooming. Traffickers will monitor posts, pick their target, and prey on their weaknesses.
Traffickers look for naive children, and they look for kids who are needy. If they're talking about they're sad and they're depressed, well, that's a kid I can recruit. I can get to that kid. I can find a way into their life. I can make them feel better. I can tell them, oh, you want to be a model? I'll make you a model.
If you put on there everything your parents don't understand and it's out there, how easy is it for me to pop up online and say, well, it doesn't have to be like that. I'll get your nails done. I'll get your hair done. You'll eat 3 times a day. You'll eat 4 times a day if you want. I'll give you a warm place to stay, nice hotels.
The person on the other side of the screen could also ask for pictures, promise they'll be private. But then the sexting turns into sextortion, basically cyber blackmail, threatening to share the provocative pictures unless they get what they want.
Nude images and what someone will do to keep their school from finding out that there's all these nude images and things they've done to themselves. Adults will do the same thing. The ability to friend people on Facebook is easy. Make a fake page, same profile picture as the page of your target, you know, the person you're trying to sextort, and then all the pictures in it are all their naked pictures. It's so easy to reach out to someone's entire family base.
I have met a 5th grade girl who, on Kik, shared a video with someone she thought cared about her. He's already sent it to several people.
Talk to your kids about this kind of stuff, because it can happen.
How do you start that conversation as a parent? Like, what should that conversation look like?
Look, I'm really concerned about you. There's lots of bad people in the world. I really want to make sure that you're safe, and by having access to all of your internet and social media sites, I can help you with that.
Stop worrying about making them mad at you, but if you are that parent that's concerned about it, ask leading questions. A parent can come and say, hey, I heard about Kik. Can you show me what Kik is about? Start asking them, allowing your kids to teach you.
Not as a helicopter parent and to try to boss them around with this stuff, but just to say, look, we're in this together. The generation gap's got to close, and let's make this thing work together so that we can have a safe community.
Just last week, Remedy Live teamed up with police and Fort Wayne Community Schools to help educate parents about dangerous mobile apps and how to talk to their kids.
I want us to be so aware that any human trafficking rings of any size just say there's no chance we're going to make it in Fort Wayne because there's so much education.
How do adults talk to teens about sex trafficking?
Not to say, oh, sex trafficking is bad, we're going to get into a conversation about it, and that's the topic of the day. Obviously, it's not easy to talk about, but the more casual and more comfortable we make it is the way to go, I think.
Huntington North High School senior Corbin Landrum was part of a class project on human trafficking and helped make a video depicting how quickly someone can get trapped in the sex trade.
A lot of times people are coerced into it and they don't know necessarily that they're in it, they're in the middle of it. Oh, you know, I'm your best friend, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, you think you love him, but then he asks for a favor and you would think you don't have a choice but to say yes. And that's not true. If you're not comfortable with something, you know, tell them.
If you could talk to all the teens in America, what is the #1 thing you would say to them about human trafficking?
Be responsible on social media. Think through what you're posting. If I post this, is that going to attract something I don't want? If I post this, is this going to attract something I do want?
How difficult of a problem is this to combat?
Every day there's new sites, there's new apps, there's new ways predators can get to our children.
Which is why the best defense is an open, honest, and continuous conversation.
always being in communication with your child. Know what they're doing. Ask them. Talk to them. Parent.